Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com, and this video is just to teach you sort of the pattern if you wanted to create your own templates that you could easily use. I discovered this tool called degit or degit. I discovered it not necessarily by discovering it. It's just I was generally when you go to Svelte, like let's say Svelte is a front end framework. So let me just go to their website real quick. So generally, you use Vue, they have the Vue CLI, you use React, it has create React app, you use Angular, it has the Angular CLI. So when I was doing this Svelte tutorial, and I've done this several times, there's this command here, mpx degit, and then you put this and whatnot. And I just always assumed that this was something that Svelte made. It might be made by the same people, but I always assumed that it was just a Svelte thing. So then I did some digging, and it turns out what this does is actually really cool. So what degit is, it clones a repository, but it clones a repository without leaving the repo behind. So this was sort of the thing that was the sort of missing piece with my tool Merced Spinup to clone my templates. So I've made a bunch of templates. You can clone them using Merced Spinup. So, but the problem is you would have to go back and get rid of the Git repo that it leaves behind. So now under the hood of Merced Spinup, I use degit so that way it clones my templates without leaving you with a Git repo, so you can just use them. Okay, so that's really cool. And then the cool thing is not only that, is that the way it works is you put mpx degit. You could put a GitHub link here, like a link to your GitHub repo, but the cool thing is you can do this syntax here. What it does, it's your username, and then the name of the repo that you want to clone. So in this case, it's saying, hey, take the repo called template from Svelte, from the user svelte.js, clone that to a folder called my Svelte project. Okay, and this kind of creates a really interesting implication. You can create your own custom templates on your GitHub account and be able to spin them up really quickly in the same way you would use like a create React app or Vue CLI using degit. So you can create your own custom Vue React Angular templates. So while I would definitely encourage you to check out all the templates I created using Merced Spinup. And again, if you're not familiar with Merced Spinup, let's head over to npmjs.com. Okay, Merced Spinup. Okay. I still gotta fix that README. But if you go here, there's lots of templates I've created. Back end, front end, other one that you can spin up using this tool. And under the hood, it's cloning it using degit, but there's all these pre-made templates that you can take advantage of, which is really cool. Okay, so that's something to be aware of. I encourage you using it. But what I want to do in this video is show you how to make your own template, which you probably have kind of already put together. So essentially all you have to do is just create a repo. Okay, so in this case, I did a create React app, and then here I can customize this to what I want. So in this case, I installed router. I added router to index.js, so that way router is added. So this way I don't have to add router every time. Okay, and then I pushed this my template to a repo called myreacttemplate. Let me delete this instance of that. Okay, so basically it's now in a repo called myreacttemplate on GitHub. So if I go to github.com, actually it's right here. See, alexmercedcoder / myreacttemplate. So now using degit, and that's why it's called degit, because it's leaving you with no Git repository. It's degitting the clone. All I have to do this is do mpx degit. My username is alexmercedcoder. The repo is called myreacttemplate. And then I just put like a name, like project1. I'll say project2 this time because I just deleted that folder. And there's always that weird file watcher issue with VS Code. So if I do this, and there it goes. See, there it created the folder, and there's the clone. There's my React template. So you could do this with anything. It could be an Express template, a Vue template, a whatever. But for React and Vue, this is particularly useful because then you can spend time creating yourself modals, creating yourself carousels, all these basic components, and you can just have them in the template ready to go every time you start a new project. You can have all your base styling, all your variables set up, all your boilerplates set up and ready to go instead of starting with a create React app or a Vue new you have your sort of fits like a glove template every time you decide to create a new project, etc. So I just thought this was a cool tool worth discussing. Um, and then also, again, there's all the templates that I've created over there at Merced Spinup. Check those out. I'm constantly adding them. There's actually now one called React Loaded that is kind of like that, where I have custom hooks, I have pre-made components, all sorts of cool stuff in that template. It's essentially jacked. It has router, it has global context setup. I'm actually going to make some changes to the global context today, add some custom hooks to make the global context even easier to use, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, have a great day. My name is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com. Have a great day. Enjoy.